Welcome back. Earlier this morning on Wake Up CBUS, we told you about the Crown Act. It's legislation aimed at preventing race-based hair discrimination.
So the act was reintroduced this summer, and lawmakers are now working to get more support behind it. But we wanted to really take a closer look at the root of hair-based discrimination.
Krista Frost spoke with a historian to find out how we got here. Krista.
Yeah, good morning. So the professor that I spoke with is a women and gender studies professor at Ohio State University. Now, she told me that this discussion about ethnic hair started hundreds of years ago. In America, it took off around the time of slavery.
How does one protect one's hair under the grueling conditions of enslavement? So you have people who wear headscarves, you have people who figure out patterns that they would do to keep their hair protected.
Doing what they had to do to protect their natural hair, but it became more than that for people of African descent.
Hair became this place of saying, how do I care for myself in this system that does not care about me?
Treva Lindsay, a women and gender study professor at Ohio State University, says looking at the late 1800s, more people of color entered the working world. With that, they felt pressure to conform to the mainstream hairstyles worn by white women.
Put some grease, you protect, you hold your ear down when you're getting your hair pressed, but to get that finished look is what it was considered. Polished look, something that seemed respectable.
Creating an opportunity for black women like Madam C.J. Walker, who capitalized off the hot comb.
Throughout the 20th century, thousands of manufacturers, local and some that even had national distribution. Companies like Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, these major conglomerates saw the value and how much money was being made in black hair industries and started buying pieces up.
In the 60s and 70s, the Black Power movement pushed natural hair into the spotlight for the first time. The second movement started around 2010, with natural hair products like Shea Moisture, Mielle Organics, and Miss Jessie's hitting the shelves nationally. On a local level, manufacturers like Columbus dermatologist Dr. Sherry Hicks Graham began to create healthy products for natural hair like hers to thrive.
I have seen over the years all the brands that have come out, and really there is something personal that I think really is a connection that we all have to our hair, especially as a black woman.
Hicks Graham created Live So in 2017 to help bridge the gap between the needs of people of all races, skin tones, and types.
I had a lot of patients who suffered with dry, itchy scalp, but also who had textured hair like mine, that was perhaps a little bit curlier, more dry at times, and a lot of the shampoos that we would prescribe for the issues of dry scalp often would dry out hair like mine, curly hair that's thick.
A product Professor Lindsay says could help put considerable traction behind the second and strongest natural hair movement to date, and why she thinks the Crown Act is necessary.
We want people to say, I come into this professionally because of my work. My hair can be professional because I'm a professional. That's it, right? That's where we're heading, and I think there's really good movement towards that right now.
So Professor Lindsay says part of the reason that the second movement toward ending hair discrimination is so strong right now is because of social media. So we actually looked up a few different hashtags, natural hair being one of them, and you can see all these different posts that come up from Twitter of these different natural hairstyles that you can see, also giving some suggestions on the best way to take care of your natural hair. So coming up, we're talking with 3 prominent local black women about the Crown Act and their hair journey.